Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on wherever you are in the part of the world. Again, I've got some few nuggets for the newly immigrants into this Western world that are trying to pursue their professional careers. That is they were the careers they were actually doing back in Africa before actually traveling. One thing I've seen is that people can only advise you, encourage you based on their own experience, based on what they know. Like I said in my last video, you cannot give what you do not have. I remember when I was trying to get into financial services here in UK. I've always worked in financial services back in Nigeria. And after towards the end of my master's, I knew that for me to live in UK, I want to go back into financial services. I didn't want to, settle permanently for less than what I'm capable of. Do you get what I mean? So most people that I had conversation with, they were like, it's going to really be difficult to actually get in because I do not have UK experience. And I was thinking in my mind, banking should be banking in any part of the world, even if there will be difference. At least I've got the basic, knowledge, the principle of what financial services is all about. Anyway, to cut it short, I started applying through the agency, through the direct recruitment, company. By visiting some of those banks' website, I got the list of all the investment banks and the asset management, hedge funds. I mean, not all, as in those ones I could see online. And I started going into their recruitment page on their website, sending my CV, sending it through agency. Then I started attending interviews. During my MBA, I've learned about derivatives in one of the courses. And I do remember the lecturer that was taking the course was actually an investment banker in the city, but she just loves teaching. So she was doing that part-time. So after one of the classes, myself and a friend went to her, to just talk about if you want to get into banking here, what would she advise us to do? And she told us that one of the best area that we could pursue is the derivatives within the investment banking, that if we're able to do all our best to get in, that they do pay well. So when we finished our MBA, trust us Nigerians, that was the area we decided to pursue. So now I started attending interviews. They were calling me for interview because they could see that probably I could do the job. In Nigeria, I did not come across derivatives. I know about a bit of over the counter, through my experience, with Forex, but not like really knowing about the full, products, derivative products, the exchange traded and the OTC and all that. Anyway, I went online and read as much as I could on this derivative. So when I go for interview, I will just let them know that I do not have the practical experience, but I do have the understanding of what it's all about. So they will ask me the questions and I will answer, to the best of my knowledge. Of course, I got a lot of rejections. As I said, I did attend about 18 to 20 interviews, but eventually I was offered a job. So that was where I kickstart my career in derivatives. See, now I still work in derivative on a senior level. Why am I doing this video? I just want to encourage the newly immigrants into this Western world that want to pursue their professional career that they were doing in Nigeria. Do not be discouraged. It will not be easy, but it is not impossible. There will be a lot of rejections, but you just make up your mind, be resolutely focused that is what you want, that is what you want to do, and keep at it, and eventually you will do it. 3 months ago, my account officer with FBN Quest got in touch with me, and I saw there was a UK number. I picked it up, Hani told me that he recently relocated with his wife and his kids to UK. That his wife came in as a student with student visa, while he as a dependent, and that means that he can work full time in United Kingdom. So I told him to send me his CV, and from his CV, I could see he has various experience. He's got experience in fund management, treasury. He's got experience in KYC, which is not your client under compliance. So I asked him, which of these two roles do you think you will really enjoy most, or you want to start with? And he said he preferred the KYC compliance. Apparently, I don't do KYC, I don't do compliance. But fortunately, I've got a few friends who are in compliance and KYC. So what I did is to link him up with a very good friend of mine, who is a senior person doing compliance in JP Morgan, to mentor him, to advise him, to coach him on how he will go about his application and his interview. And they're on it now. He's been attending a few interviews. We've told him he's going to get in. It's just a matter of time. You just keep on being focused, being resilient, and follow the advice of the person who is mentoring him. After all, that person has done what he wants to do. So why am I saying this? Please, whatever the profession that you're doing in Nigeria and that you want to do in United Kingdom or Canada or US, find somebody who is already doing that can mentor you, that can give you information, that can show you the road. That will encourage you. That will inspire you to go for it so that you can eventually do what you want to do. And if you want to pursue something totally different, just find somebody who is already doing that thing. There's always a wisdom in having somebody who is done what you want to do. And that person can, support you, help you, and encourage you to get to where you want to go. We know that we need help, but God will not come down. He will send human beings to help us. And there's nobody who has ever done it all by themselves. One time or the other, we all can do with a little bit of help in our journey. So again, I wish all the new immigrants to the Western world all the best. Be resilient, be focused, be driven, and it is doable. It is not easy, but it's not impossible. All the best. Thank you.